War and Its Victims by S.C. Turnbo. Among the ghastly scenes of war days is an account furnished me by Ben Hager, a non-commissioned officer who served in the Federal Army who was raised in Madison County, Arkansas. Now, Mr. Hager said, "I want to give you a brief history of the death of the 10 Southern men, part of which belonged to the Confederate Army, and others were sympathizers with the South. Now, some of them were young men, others had sons in the Southern Army. Now, I cannot call to mind any of their names now, nor do I know who killed them, but they were all killed on the breaks of Richland Creek, some 5 or more miles from Huntsville, Arkansas. I understood that their executioners gave them a choice of being shot to death or being sent to prison in the North, and it is said that they preferred death than to suffer the cold and rough treatment in the federal prisons in the cold climate. Brave men, they that met the horrible fate, but such is war, its destiny and results, and the best men of both sides were slain as well as others. Now, after the 10 men had been dead for 3 weeks, I was ordered to take a detail of soldiers and bury the bodies. 3 of the men on my detail were Ham Guthrie, Harry Silvey, and Sam Alderson. After we managed to produce a hoe and a shovel, we rode to the place where we were told that the dead men were left and found the 10 bodies that had been thrown into a rail pen which contained wheat straw. They lay in a pile on straw and had been covered over with the same materials. The bodies were in an advanced state of decomposition, and we had taken the straw off them, and they presented a sickening sight, and we could hardly handle them. Well, we dug the grave as best as we could with the tools at hand, and after we had got it deep enough, we spread a blanket down in the bottom of the grave, and we carried the bodies from the pen, one at a time, and placed them carefully on the blanket until we formed a layer on the bottom of the grave, and then we had to place the remaining dead on their dead comrades until we had them all in the grave, and after this a service was performed. We spread another blanket over them and filled in the dirt and left the new-made grave holding these victims of war.